Hello and welcome back to Wargaming with me, Gary. I'll put these back on in a minute when I show you what I'm doing. This is going to be an update of a new batch of figures, or two batches of figures. I tend to do that, two batches at the same time, so I'll pick out two things that I want to get finished, and then I get one and finish them very, very slowly. Just wanted to have a little catch up about what's going on with the figures. This video was actually going to be a comments video on the 500 subs. Sorry, I must be getting really old. My mind is going all the time. So I was going to do it on my 500 subs, but I thought, when I thought that through, I thought, that's a lot about me without showing any soldiers. So that would have been my subs, so my 500 subs video, just about me, and then doing the comments video, so talking again about my 500 subs, me. So I thought, no, I think that's enough for anybody, so I've just left it there. I'll do another comment, I will do a comments video, like probably on, maybe on what I'm doing here. So yeah, so that's what I was doing. Just want to ask how you're all getting on with the lockdown. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he said he's so bored. He started ringing people in India and randomly asking people if they've been involved in a car accident recently and would they like to make a claim. Yeah, I thought that was really funny, as you would have guessed. Okay, should we have a look at what I'm doing? So these are the figures. I'm not going to zoom in, just to show you what I'm. It's just a quick. There we are. So it's just a quick look at these figures. I'm just going to put my glasses on. I'll go through them a bit. So these are the two new batches I'm going to paint. Ancient Assyrian heavy archers and English Civil War men with muskets, and we'll talk about each. So the Ancient Assyrian bowmen with heavy armour, they're all Old Glory. I'm working a lot on the Old Glory at the moment, but these ones are going to be like, they're going to add to the ranks that I've already got from the Shamash Corps, which are predominantly black tree designs. And the idea is that I'll concentrate, so finish the black tree design core, if you like, which will be Shamash, then start working on, and then fill up wherever I need to with other providers, so other manufacturers who do ancient Assyrians. Any gaps, fill that to the black tree, and then start working on this will be the Sin core, and these will all be Old Glory. Now Old Glory actually have a massive range, so I won't have to plug any gaps there. No, I will actually. The only gap I will need to plug will be with the slingers. So yeah, so that's. So once I've painted these bowmen, what I'll need is a regiment of slingers and a regiment of mounted spearmen, and then that will be the Shamash Corps finished. And then I'll start working on the Sin Corps proper, which will be mostly Old Glory. What I would say is, because everybody has so much knowledge, and there are people who have been doing wargaming for years and years. I think I was listening to Dom the other day, and I think he's been doing this for 40 years. I think that's what he said. That can't be right. He's way too young to be 40. But yeah. But you see what I'm saying? People have been doing this for a long time. You might know of some manufacturers who do ancient Assyrians who I've missed. Now I've got a nice little list already, but if you know of any, that would be any that I've missed. That'd be really nice of you to let me know what they are. So yeah, so that's I'm just the Shamash Corps are all going to be orange. So these are orange. These will be orange tunics. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to doing them. They're going to be based around about 1,000 years BC. So that'll be a little bit early for heavy infantry or heavy armour. You know, the way that these are covered, but I think I can get away with it. Yeah, I think so. I think it started the armour that the typical ancient Assyrian armour probably started to come out around about 1,200, maybe 1,300 years BC. So yeah. So, but I think I can get away with it. I do intend, once I've done this project, I'm going to start buying Sumerian and Akkadian troops, because I think that looks a really good subject as well. Anyway, so that's me Assyrians. Then my English Civil War. These will again be from the Sir Thomas Blackwell's Regiment of Foot. And this is the Men with Muskets unit. So I've got a few questions about this because, English Civil War is not my area of expertise, if there is one. But I really need, I have started reading more about the English Civil War, but I need to really get stuck in and work out tactics, regiments, all those types of things, and really go into it. Now I have bought a couple of books. Osprey, of course, was the first book I got. So I've started reading that, but there are also other books I've got which touch on the English Civil War, which I've started to read. So I've started reading about some of the battles, but I'm hoping that there are people out there who could give me some advice on various things. So, in regards to the English Civil War, these are all renegade. These are all renegade figures. Really difficult, obviously, to finish them with these groups. So I've been looking at Perry, and I've also Warlord. I've also been looking at Warlord, and I think they do some English Civil War. But if people, again, if you know of English Civil War figures and producers or manufacturers, let me know so I can start adding them to my list. And what I'll be doing is I will be looking at figures who look like the renegade figures, so as much as I can to get them done. As you can see, I've not got a full unit here. I've only got 15, and I was going to do 9, but that's one of my questions actually. So I generally do my regiments as 24 figures, and that's what I was going to do with the muskets. Well, the pikemen, I'm definitely doing 24, but are the pikemen and the muskets the same size? So I think it was Paul who, I might have got that wrong, was it Paul? Yeah, it was, I'm sure it was Paul, who said that he was actually in a reenactment group. So could you let me know, should the musket representation for a regiment of foot, should that be much smaller? So should I do it as 12 figures if I'm doing the pikemen as 24? So yeah, if you could let me know. The other thing is, I've been mucking about with the word for this unit. So is it men with muskets, or are they musketeers? Now, the reason I ask that is because obviously Hollywood has messed me up completely in it, because the Three Musketeers. So was that a generic term for anybody using muskets at that period? Or were the musketeers specific to a regiment, as a guards type regiment in France, and only they used it? Actually, as I'm speaking, I'm probably coming up with my own answer that it was probably a generic name. But if anyone could let me know, that'd be really, really helpful. Now, over the last 2 years since I've been doing my video on YouTube, what I have been, I've been trying to work out in my head, but it's not worked very well because I've not worked it out. But I've been trying to work out how long it takes me to paint 24 figures. So what I've been doing is, I've just started doing it. I've written down every single job that will need to be done on the Assyrians, these guys, and on these guys. And I might do that. And what I've come up with, so for example, jobs. So obviously, I should say, on the Old Glory, I like the Old Glory figures, but there is an awful lot of clean-up to do. Oh, there they are. There's a lot of clean-up, you can see on there. But yeah, so I've got to do the clean-up. So for example, that would be one job, clean up. Then it would be to stick onto the slot bases that I use. Then it would be to primer, blah, 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 until eventually doing the bases, putting the flock and all the rest of it on, and then varnishing it. So each of them is down to one single job. And for these guys, there's actually 45 jobs that I've got to do. And on these guys, there's 43. Less on these guys because there's less of, they're already painted. I've already done some of it. I've cleaned them off, mostly. I've just noticed there's a few little more bits need cleaning off. I've stuck them on the bases. I've done the filler, which I use as a base for the grass or the mud. Done the filler, and then I've also done the primer. So I'm already along that road. So that's what I do. Now, if I was to do, and I do these both, so what I'll do is I'll do whatever I'm doing on them, move them along. So let's say like I'll do the clean up, move them along, and then do whatever it is I'm going to do on these. For the next job on these is to do the flesh. So I'll do the clean up, then I'll do the flesh on these. So it actually means so it won't be 45 jobs and then 43 jobs. I'll be doing them both as we go along. And how I've worked that out, if I was only to do one job a day, that's going to take me 45 days. So what's that? That's 2, 4. Well, that's about 8 weeks. So on that basis, it takes me about 8 weeks to paint. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a few jobs, so 2 jobs occasionally, in the place of just doing one. But even so, it give me a really good idea of how long all these projects are going to take me, and it's starting me thinking about limiting what I'm actually working on. Really finish what I'm doing there. Finish what I've got, but then concentrate probably only on 2 at a time. If I'm going to have another project running alongside the ancient Assyrians, really give it some thought about when I finish all the figures on my mountain that I've got to do, really concentrate on just 2, because otherwise I'm going to be dead before I get it finished. So yeah, so I just thought, that for me that's a real things to think about. And I was looking at there's an inspirational speaker who I sometimes watch on YouTube when I've had a particularly rubbish day at work, and he says about start when you're doing work and it seems like a big project, just start, do something. And that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years, really, is just, and especially since Salute, just getting on with something. If you do something, it makes things happen. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. Now look, shared a little bit of my inspirational information that I got off the internet. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He's really good to listen to, I think. Anyway. So that's me done. That's 15 minutes, nearly 15 minutes. That's all right. Most of my videos have been quite short recently, so this is quite a nice one, 15 minutes. Because I've noticed I really enjoy when I'm painting, just turning someone's videos on and letting them run. And I quite like the longer ones because it means you change it less. And what I also do is, what I've started doing, I'm going into another video almost here, but I'll finish this and then I'm going to go. But what I've started doing since this lockdown is I've started looking at people's archives because I seem to be catching up quite a bit. And yeah, I'm looking at videos. Yeah, so I've started looking at the archives, but what I've now been doing is any I've missed, any I haven't seen prior to watching those videos, archive videos, I've started putting on comments from there and also ticking the like button just so that I know I've already been there. So yeah, you know what, I've lost the thread. I forgot what I was going to say anyway. Right, that's me done. Have a really good day, everybody. Looks like it's going to be a glorious sunny day again, and I'll see you soon. Stay safe, remember what we said, don't do anything stupid. If other people want to do stupid stuff, if they're family members, stop them, or close friends, but don't do anything stupid, don't go over the park. This has become my pet hate, isn't it? My pet hate, don't go over the bloody park. I'll see you all later, all the very best, take care, bye bye.